Hi guys, so the first form we're going to cover is moon on water, which is our basic standard guard position. Okay, so do it, moon on water. So as you can see, it's a very, very simple guard. You stand with the sword in front of you, the point of it at your opponent's throat, and the idea behind this guard is simply just to keep someone away. So, the Blade Master is fighting a Trolloc or another Blade Master, and he's a little worried that he might get killed. So he's just going to go into moon on water, and he can keep them at bay that way by matching pace with them. If they rush, he just keeps the saber out, falls back, anything he wants to do. Because if I launch and don't deal with that, I'm a shish kebab. And that's moon on water. So our next form is a natural progression from moon on water, which we saw in the last section. If you are in your moon on water guard and you want to generate a little more threat towards your opponent, you switch it to moon rises over water. So the blade comes up like the moon rising. Basically, this serves the same function as moon on water to keep your opponent away, except this time it's a very direct threat to their throat. You can move around in it and everything. You can even hackle at your opponent a bit by walking towards them. Because it really puts them on edge. This is really all there is to this. It's a more aggressive form of moon on water. Best used when you think that your opponent might be gaining a little ground in a fight and you just want to go get away from it. It's almost a natural reaction. Okay, perfect. Moon rises over water. The next sword form every aspiring Blade Master ought to know is the eel amongst the LILLYPADs. Now again, to Hema practitioners, this will look very, very familiar. If Dylan goes into the stance, yes, it's a rear guard. So the reason this guard is called the eel amongst the LILLYPADs is because it disguises the length of a Blade Master's blade. If we're fighting Dylan and he's in this guard, we have absolutely no idea how long his blade is. So, am I safe here? Am I safe here? We're probably not here, but it's hard to tell. He's disguising the measure and the distance between him and his opponent. Much like if you see an eel's head poking out from the LILLYPADs, you're not entirely sure how much eel is going to follow. So it puts you in a very, very cautious mood. And not just because I'm terrified of eels. Okay, so how one might use this is when fighting an opponent, go into the rear guard, and it works a little bit like the fool's guard in that it might force them to attack. And it's very easy to counter from that position. So to put this in context, if I am in the eel amongst the LILLYPADs and my opponent attempts to strike, it's very easy for me to gain an advantage over him because he's not expecting it. Also, he doesn't know where the parry is going to come from because he's not aware of the length of the eel. Okay, eel amongst the LILLYPADs.